In this series of videos, we will cover how to create, upload, and send a submittal to the architect for review and approval. I'm going to create these training videos in increments so you aren't stuck watching one long video. But before we begin, let's go over a few steps you should have already completed before you get started with this process. By now, you should have already created your submittal log using the Submittal Builder tool and sent it to the architect for review and approval via RFI. If you don't have the approval back yet, I do recommend that you reach out to the architect to get that as soon as possible. You should have already set up the general settings for the Submittal tool. I'll show you that really quick. You click on that orange gear. Here are the general settings. You should have already assigned the submittal manager. You should have already set up a workflow in the workflow templates. I've already set one up that includes myself and the architect. You should have already set up your default distribution lists or groups. You should have already set up your email notifications. These are really important because these boxes here indicate which users will receive email notifications for each event that happens in the workflow. So if you have not set these up, I do recommend that you stop this video and go back to the video or the training resource for submittal settings in this course. But if you have already completed all of those steps, let's jump right in. First thing you're going to want to do is, of course, navigate to the Submittal tool. Click Edit on the submittal that you are going to be working on. To save us some time, I have already entered all of the general information here at the top. Your specification, submittal type, your submittal package, responsible contractor, received from, and of course my submittal, I've already chosen that in the settings. My status here is where you would want to change the status to reviewed, because you should have already completed your review of the submittal at this time. Just a quick note, if the status happens to stay in draft, the ball in court will not shift. So very important that you do change the status to review at this time. For the dates, I'm going to just be choosing today's date for training purposes. I have already added my attachment here of the submittal. The description, I just put a quick description. Please find the attached submittal for your review and approval. At this time, we are not using the submittal schedule information or the delivery information, but stay tuned. Hopefully by the end of this year, we can incorporate that into our workflow. Submittal workflow, I have selected the architect workflow number 1 that I created in the settings. And now click Update.